I had the idea of the greenhouse a long time ago. I was sick and I was laying on my back and I was watching the Burns film, and there was this, it was only 41 seconds in the whole 9 hours. And it was about, at the end of the Civil War, all the glass negatives from the Brady photographs were discarded. And farmers and plantations and bought them up for like cents on the dollars and then built greenhouses out of these reconstructed glass negatives to grow crops and survive. And then over time, the sun came and faded away the imagery. And it always stayed with me. I thought it was the most beautiful of metaphors for how history changes and what happens historically, and how all of that, how memory fades, and also for photography itself, because I became interested in photography at that point because I couldn't paint, and I was using photography for a way to express myself. I didn't even know the thing was real. I thought it was an hallucination. And then when I thought about it, I spoke to my sister, who's a poet, a great poet, and she told me about a friend of hers who's a poet laureate of Maine, who had written a series of poems about it, and I contacted her. And then there was a second confirmation that these things really existed. And then I met with the curator of photography at the High, and he mentioned that there was a woman in England that had also done the same thing, had built greenhouses out of glass negatives. So it gained this whole momentum of this collective history. And it's been the thing. It's been my dominant energy for the last 6 months. Only recently have I really started to return back to painting. So I had this in my mind, and I kind of had forgotten about it. And I came to Atlanta, and we had this show here, and I started speaking to people about the South and the history of the South. And I did a presentation at my last show with a very primitive model that we did in a week, and people just really connected to the concept.